Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blind Way Podcast. Hope everyone's doing well. We are here, except for Calvin.
We are.
Calvin will be here soon. How's everyone doing today? In chat and in the studio.
Aaron, I'm just doing fantastic. We just watched 2 episodes of One Piece.
Aha!
That's our week. We do that every week now. It's just awesome.
One Piece. And we can talk about it.
Wish people would have told us to do this sooner.
Man, you know what?
If only, right?
One Piece is real good.
No, it's been a lot of fun. I've liked it. There's an aspect where I'm like, this is so silly, but I need to make sure that I enjoy the silliness of it. It's like watching, I don't know, it's like watching Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's some serious things. It's like, oh man, this part's pretty sad and stuff. But a lot of times there's also like, this is pretty silly. Just lean into it.
Sure, I get you.
But no, I've really liked it, and I've liked some of the comedic moments. It's funnier than I thought it would be.
It is hilarious at times. And sorrowful. I cried very much today.
Yeah. Talked about the way they do some music and stuff in the show, just kind of pulling on little heartstrings and stuff, you know?
Does everybody in chat believe us now?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys believe? Or are you guys still waiting?
Never lied about One Piece.
We've never lied about
We've
One Piece.
always told the truth.
It's true. I don't think we've lied once about it.
And yet, people still doubt.
I know.
I don't understand.
I'm going to wait it out a month first.
My favorite comments on the videos were like, I'll believe it when they hit Wano, which is like hundreds of episodes away. Or like, arcs way down the line of like, I'll believe it when they hit episode 1,200. Like,
Yeah.
Catch up. But no, yeah, we have One Piece going on now. That has a home every Saturday, and it also has 2 episodes a week that are going up on Blindwave Beyond on blindwave.com, and you can find the early access and all that over there. Everything else over on Patreon's been going to be just the same as it has been, but Beyond has some extra stuff with One Piece. Just trying it out, seeing how it goes, and maybe it's something else we want to mess around with some other shows in the future. But for now, if you get a chance, let us know what you think of One Piece.
Yep.
What else has been going on?
Oh, I've been dealing with an ear infection.
Why?
Oh.
At least you now know that it's an infection
Yeah.
and are getting it properly treated.
Yeah.
Eric, you cannot lose the other one.
I can't. Luckily, I don't know if it's luckily. It's in my deaf ear.
Oh, okay.
I got some water in there, and it stayed in a little too long, and it now for sure has confirmed it's infected. But man, it's been so weird because normally I have zero sensation on that side of my face. But the last couple of days, I've had pain all the time, and it seriously has fucked me up. Like I have vertigo, like real vertigo. Like the other day, I stumbled while walking. And I don't know why. I think like as a consciousness, I think I limp right a little bit. You know? I always turn my head this way. I'm always pointing my good ear this way. I've even joked before that I can see better this way, you know? But yeah, having sensation in my right ear, which, I mean, I've always felt pain in it. I just can't use it to hear anything. But having sensation over there has, I don't know, it's like a drag. What a drag.
What a drag.
You know?
It's like playing with inverse controls.
Yeah, a little bit. It's been very strange. But I was able to go to the doctor this morning and get some real medication for it versus the over-the-counter medication. And I can tell it's doing its job. But
good.
You know, what would end up happening is like it'd be a little bit better in the mornings, and as the day would go on, it would get more and more unbearable. So that's why I had to cancel my streams the last 2 days. But that means I will be streaming on Saturday starting at noon for quite some time with the crew control thing we're doing with Breath of the Wild. So please come over and check out the makeup stream.
Cool. So you get to start earlier
Yes.
and go all in one big chunk, huh?
Yes, I do.
You think given how things went with the one stream, like do you still think you're gonna get that bingo?
So yeah, I mean, I only was able to get one of
bingo,
the bingo
okay.
things, but I had to do the entire tutorial, which generally takes 20, 30 minutes to do. With crew control, it took most of the stream, but I was able to get off the plateau, get one of them done, and now I have an idea of what I gotta do next. So we're just gonna do it until I can't. I'll give myself a time limit, but if I can't do it, then our Mario Party stream will go longer at the end of the month.
All right. Now the Pokemon streams I had last week were quite chaotic.
Yeah.
Some of the most chaos I've had, especially starting. Like I had a Pokemon battle before I even got a starter Pokemon. Like I was warping around. Like there was just so many crazy things, and now I understand how it operates a little bit more. But I got to the champion, but I wasn't able to beat him. So I did lose on Pokemon Blue. So there is going to be more time added to Mario Party, more turns and such.
Yep.
So we'll have to see how Eric fares this Saturday on if that gets added. And then next week, Rick is going to be having Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil.
Which has some real fun things that can be changed around in that.
There's some very strange happenings that are possible.
There is some chaos to be had there. So
I'm looking forward to it, though.
tomorrow we have Risk of Rain 2 that we're going to be playing with crowd control.
Yep.
And then next Friday, I believe we're actually changing things up. We have currently on the schedule, we were talking about doing Valheim. But I don't know, in the last week or something, they changed and added a game to crowd control, which Calvin and I have been dabbling in a little bit, and we're going to change Valheim to Schedule 1 and play Schedule 1 next Friday instead. So everything should be interesting with that one. And I don't know if you guys know the game or not, but it's also a little chaotic and fun.
Would you say it's addicting?
It may be a little addicting, yes. I've been coming in and talking with Calvin about different things, and I also have some friends that like I've been texting in our game, and like as texting back and forth, it's been like, should I be texting the things I'm texting, given what this game does and how you play? And I don't know, maybe not. So should be fun. I'm excited. I think that the chaos and fun aspects of it will lend well to the crowd control aspect as well. Let's see. Was there anything else with crowd control I had? I had TCG Simulator, which I played too, which was a lot of fun with people. They kept turning off my lights and firing all my workers. So it was chaos, but it was also fun. And we made progress, and we opened some good cards. So that was also pretty cool.
Good.
Sorry, I'm half listening. I'm over here farming winks.
Yeah, we had the website update this past...
Dude, yesterday, I opened up 3 packs of cards, and they were all brand new for me.
Ooh.
Oh, it felt so good.
So we haven't had like a podcast since April 1st when so many things happened. We had Badonkagong last week, but guys, if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of changes, updates to the website. I don't know if Rick wants to talk about those at all, or
I will.
Okay,
Jake, go to my screen so I can open a pack. Because I need to open this pack.
Please. Yeah, Jake, my screen. Also, Calvin's here now, guys.
Hi, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin.
Hello.
All right. So what we got on your screen?
Gotta get
Rick?
those rares. Please. Please, God. Common. Uncommon. Rare! Ha-ha!
You got a rare?
Is that your first rare?
No, it's not my first, but I'm only missing rares in my collection.
Dude, I don't have those 2 cards.
So
I'll
trade you.
I have Gonk.
Because we can trade.
We can trade.
Our cards on the website. But yeah, if you haven't been to blindwave.com, we have a new Winks feature. Just by logging into the site, watching videos, things like that. There's also a few hidden ways to find achievements. You can earn Winks, and you can use Winks for all kind of cool things, including opening packs of Blind Wave cards.
Mm-hmm.
You can also use them to unlock premium videos, the videos that are locked behind Patreon and or beyond. There's a bug right now where you can't unlock videos that are only locked behind Beyond, such as One Piece, but we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's other things that we're gonna be doing in the future as well. But I don't know. It's a fun system.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to trade. You can head over to Discord. There's a thread there under Blind Wave where you can organize trades. And you got to organize because it's tough to get those rares, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Crew Regency era, the
Nice.
Bridgerton one.
I'm missing
That's
that one.
rare. That's a good one.
God.
Yep, that's a good one. Very happy with that.
But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Too addicting.
Yeah. So that all went up on April 1st. I thought it was funny. Some people thought it was all fake and a joke, but no,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Nope.
One Piece wasn't a joke either. That was all real.
Not the 8th time.
The 8th time.
Yeah.
What? They were all real.
Well, yeah, they were all real, but they were also jokes.
We should talk about with One Piece, the original intros and stuff that we had with those.
Yeah.
We had to refilm and stuff for like this going through, but are those still available on the site?
They do exist on the site. Their original URLs. And I believe they still also have I'll have to double check, but I think they have a category up there. I just don't think it's on our menu. But they're there if you hunt for them enough.
I had people talking about the hangar incident.
Yeah, that is
and
one of
being
the
like,
ones-
man, that will
yeah.
never get to YouTube then.
I remember that happening and being like, that's going to be years before people see that.
years before they see my shame.
So
Calvin so you were wearing something that had a hanger in it the whole day? Isn't that what happened?
I mean, we did that one like earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like a hoodie that I hadn't worn, or a shirt or something that I hadn't worn before.
Yeah.
And I was in a hurry. I guess I just assumed that when I pulled it off of my closet rack that the hanger just slipped out of it.
That's amazing.
I just stuck it on, put my jacket on, walked out the door, got there. I was like, man, my shoulders are so uncomfortable. Like, what is digging into my back?
Oh, that's so good.
it was such a ridiculous moment. So, but yeah, it should still be on the site if you are looking for those or want to see those intros or our predictions for the future that we had through those. I think at one point Eric like lost a leg and then got a robotic leg that could warm chicken or something. Is that what happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I remember some things about that. But Calvin, how are things going with you? We were talking about how everyone was doing, what things are happening. I also mentioned how we're going to be doing Schedule 1 instead of Valheim next Friday.
Yes. Looking forward to that. I don't know. Things have been going kind of okay for me. I've been having a lot of insomnia, a lot of like just weird random stomach pains, and like sudden bursts of just extreme tiredness. But otherwise, I feel fine. Like I'm eating enough. I'm drinking plenty. I don't know.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Well, go to the doctor.
Yeah, I mean, probably. Probably ought to. Now I have my tooth split again.
No.
The same one?
Same one.
That's good.
What a terrible combination of words.
I know that sounds terrible to say that's good, but I'm sure you'd rather have it be the same tooth than a new tooth split,
Yeah.
right? It's like when Eric was like, "Thank goodness my ear I'm having trouble with is my
Even
deaf
my
ear
deaf
already."
ear, I
You know?
get you, yeah.
Sure.
You wouldn't want to
Yeah.
have all this trouble in his good ear, and he also can't hear out of this ear. and-
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, I'm sorry about your tooth.
Yeah. I need to get it checked out.
Yeah. All right. So there's Calvin's update.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing I hadn't talked to you guys about was that I might have mentioned it at one point. I feel like it's been a month ago or better. Leon and I started playing Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
Ooh.
But I finally got him to start playing more last weekend, and he finally beat Ocelot, and then he got to the tank, and then currently he's on. He just met Otacon.
That's good.
Oh, cool.
Like, so
okay.
he's on the boss battle right before you actually like progressing past that part.
What version are you playing?
It is. I mean, it's the MGS one. I don't remember what, because there's like 3 or 4 versions on the PS5 like
On the
remake
store
ones
or
that
whatever?
they did. Well, they made like 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
all
I
on the
played,
PS5.
I first played that one on GameCube called Twin Snakes, I think it was called.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one plays much more like the original PlayStation 1. It doesn't have the first-person shooting aspects and stuff too, but no, he got to a point where he's talking to dang, what's his name? Baker, I think it is.
Baker.
And he gets to the point where he's like, her codec is, I forget. It's on the back of the CD case. Check that. And then like it took us like 30 minutes of me just sitting there not saying anything, just being like, I wonder what he'll do, because I attempted to help him on this little puzzle before we started. And I was like, oh, Leon, you want to play Metal Gear Solid? I'm like, cool. And I handed him over like the case with the game in it and everything. He's like, all right, let's do this. And he opened it up and it didn't have the game in it. It had another game in it.
Yeah.
One of those things.
Sure.
He's like, Dad, why'd you hand me this? Why would I possibly need this? I'm like, I don't know. And he put it away. And then I just sat there. I'm like, I tried to help you before, so I don't know what you want from me. But it was a fun moment of like watching him try to figure it out. And at first he was upset, and then later on, like whenever we finished playing, he goes, you know what? That was actually a pretty neat moment. He's like, but I was so frustrated in the beginning. So I've been trying to just watch him and not tell him anything and let him experience all those elements himself. So, but it's been fun. It's like my own stream at home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I have my own built-in reactions anytime I watch anything with Evie.
Sure, yeah.
Where she just like absolutely explodes with emotion, and it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a fun moment right now. I've been enjoying that. He said that on weekends we can probably keep playing it. So looking forward to continuing through Metal Gear.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I enjoyed my playthrough.
I didn't.
He did not enjoy your playthrough.
Well, to be fair, yeah, I didn't enjoy several parts of my playthrough either.
Also, yesterday we had a new show drop, right?
We did.
Mhm.
So, if you guys haven't seen, Sopranos is available now on the channel.
You ruined the hint hunt.
What?
No.
Oops. So if you've been waiting on Sopranos, or if it's on your recommendations, you can take it off of there, put on some other things, update your recommendations for some new stuff.
Yep.
But no, we've started that. It's been an interesting show.
Yeah, it's been a surprise for me. I didn't realize it would be so introspective and funny. I was just kind of thinking like, oh, we're probably gonna get a mafia thing,
Mhm.
But it in itself has a commentary on how people feel about
Those movies.
those types of movies, and specifically Italian Americans. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So cool.
But with that, we had a hint hunt that went up this past weekend, right?
We did.
Is that something you want to go over now, Rick?
Yeah, I'll go over it. It was fun, although I was very scatterbrained leading up to the website update. So I kind of forgot that this was a Severance hint hunt.
Okay.
So in my mind, and because Neon Justice Evangelion is always on my mind anyway,
Of course.
there's a lot of Evangelion in this hint hunt. And so I thought it was the hint hunt replacing that, even though I knew what the answer was, and the answer is for Sopranos. So it makes no sense, the theme of it, but it still all works out. So I don't know if they can see my screen yet, Jake.
They
Okay,
can.
cool.
Yes.
But yeah, so if you go to blindwave.com/severance-hint-hunt, it takes you to a page that has a bunch of things on it. But starting at the top, there's a little riddle. Solve these puzzles numbered 3. In Sev's replacement, you will see. Verify and find 3 keys pretty pleaser. Earliest is the Ava character that sleeps in the freezer.
Verify and find all 3 keys, pretty pleaser. Earliest is Ava character that sleeps in the freezer. So what do you put Pimp in?
Well, yes.
What does that mean?
But first, I want to notice I had to do Sev's here because this was originally Ava's replacement, and
Oh.
the number of characters was important, so I had to just do this
You just had to
because I wasn't making it all again.
make it a nickname thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And so under that, you have some dice, which we'll get to, and then you have 3 hints that are scrambled.
Some good Yahtzee rolls there.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
And so this is where you use Pin, Aaron. For the first one here, this is a Visionaire cipher, and the key is Pin.
Ah, okay.
So if you do that, then it decrypts to turn Aaron into an angel. And I'm sure we'll see some memes about this later.
Don't
There
kill
were some
me.
good ones.
Please don't kill me. Calvin, stay there. Eat your muffin. Shut up.
What do I get though?
What do you mean, what do you get?
If I kill you?
Nothing. Nothing, Calvin.
I must get something.
No, you will lose that muffin if you kill me. You get that muffin if you don't.
But I have this muffin.
Yeah, but if you kill me, I'll bleed all over it, and then it'd be a yucky muffin.
No, you'll bleed over there.
Calvin, look what you done, Rick.
Yep. Well, So to turn Aaron into an angel, you make him Aaronel, which is of God, and most of the angels in both the Bible and Evangelion end with either EL or IEL. So if you put that at the end of Aaron, you get to this page, and the password is just Pin.
Man, I saw this page, and I thought you were trying to do some kind of Aaron Neil Breen bullshit. I was like, man, no, not Aaron Neil. But okay.
And then that's going to give you the first part of the clue, which is this, which might look familiar.
Ah, yes.
Very
Right.
familiar.
It's a Pokemon background.
No.
Pokemon
Oh,
background.
No, that's a Windows background.
It is.
I recognize that Windows.
It is. So that's the first part. Second part here, the hint is in all caps. The key for this one is save. So SAVE, which is the first letter on the beginning of each line of the riddle here. So if you decrypt that using save, you get a video game character Schopenhauer and Freud may have been interested in.
Schopenhauer.
Yep.
Schopenhauer.
And Freud may have been interested in.
Psychologists?
One of them is a psychologist. The other one is a philosopher.
Ah.
But since you guys have watched Evangelion, you now are familiar with the hedgehog theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a video game character that's a hedgehog is Sonic. So Sonic is the next one.
You can really move.
Wait, but why would those two guys be interested in him?
So Schopenhauer wrote a thing about a hedgehog, and Freud read that and sort of inspired him to come up with the hedgehog. I can't think of
The principle or whatever
Yeah.
of it.
right.
Okay.
Yep. So save is the password here. And this is the second clue, which I don't know if they will be able to hear this. But it's the scales. Okay, it doesn't really matter. It's just the scales, but it's missing soul. And so what's missing? Take away 50. 50 in Roman numerals is L. So you're left with so. S-O.
No, not that Naruto opening. So, is that what it is?
No,
Oh, okay. Whew.
Good.
not quite. And then you need to use this image for the third key. And if you take the seventh character of this riddle, what is it? I don't want to count. The 53rd character, if you add all these dice together, and the 20th character, then you get him. H-I-M.
H-I-M.
Which is the key for this one. And if you solve it, it comes to... I think it's a female version of Shinji, I believe is what it goes to.
Man, there's so much Ava.
Yeah. I know, right? I had Ava on the brain. Which, if you... the main character designer of Ava worked on an anime called Nadia.
Okay.
And there's a lot of similarities between the face of Nadia and Shinji. I want to see if I can find... you can kind of see him there. But before I had found a nice, like, side-by-side. Yeah, here. So they're pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
So Nadia is the answer for the last one, and him is the password.
Him is the password. Okay.
And that's going to give you this guy, who is a famous Indian actor by the stage name of Pran.
Pran.
Yep.
Okay. So and Pran.
So you have So, Pran, OS.
Wait, we got OS too?
Operating system.
Operating system.
Windows.
Yep. So you have Sopranos.
I see. I forgot about the picture of the
hills.
The desktop background.
Windows. Yeah, the Windows background.
Yep. So the hint hunters got it. They got it in like 4 hours, but unfortunately I wasn't able to watch them because I was in Cleveland over the weekend.
Oh.
So I also haven't seen most of the memes either, so excited to get to see those as
Should be some good.
we go. But
Yeah, I think there's been some memes over the last week. Between this, I think Crowd Control might have had some too, just some different things. April Fools, all that stuff happening. There's been a lot going on. And we have our, first, congrats to everyone who was looking forward to Sopranos.
Yes.
Make sure you guys join us. It's been fun. And we'll, when's the next poll? I think Ava, is the next poll, Rick.
Yep.
Huh.
So you have to make that one about Severance.
I haven't seen it. That'll be tough.
I think it'll be right on brand.
So, but yeah, with all this stuff, we also have our 10 years coming up here, like
Yes, sir.
next week.
Mhm.
So, we're gonna be having our 10 years of like Blind Wave doing like we did some like lightsaber fights and stuff way back when, but like us doing reactions and doing like Blind Wave full time and stuff has been a lot of fun. But we're coming up on 10 years of reaction content and everything that we've been doing. So excited for that and some different things coming out. You may have seen a thumbnail that got posted on social media
It certainly did.
for something that we have coming up for celebrating the 10 years. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. And then we will hopefully have more of maybe that and perhaps some other stuff too. But more of that should be announced here soon. Or up soon. One of the two.
Sure.
I had another thing and I forgot it. I lost it. Someone else's turn. I think someone asked a question. I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, I had a nice time in Cleveland over the weekend. It was the first time I had been like overnight out of a place for a while, so that was a pretty big deal for me. A pretty big like step on the milestone to recovery. I feel like
Good.
it went pretty well.
Well, good.
Awesome.
And you got some time
good.
in Cleveland too then?
Yep. So I went up to check out a friend of mine named Jeremy. He is the poet laureate of Parma, Ohio, and he was doing a reading. And so I got to, I brought my family up, and my family and his family got to hang out together. We went to the art museum. We went to the botanical gardens. Played some board games.
Nice.
Tried to play some Melee, but his disc no longer worked.
Dang.
No.
Which is probably for the best because he was a pro back in the day, and I've barely played Melee,
Sure.
so I would have gotten wrecked.
I don't know who you'd play, Roy.
Marth's in it, right?
Martha's in it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you'd go Marth or Roy.
I'd probably. I've certainly played more Marth, although I am not good with him. But that's probably who I would try, and get stomped.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm glad you had a good time in Cleveland. And hopefully good news and things continue to go well for you on that.
Hope so.
Indeed.
Is there anything else to announce that I'm forgetting? I don't think so.
I don't believe
I don't think so. Okay. Well, then if we're all good with that, we can move on to the other topics we had. I did see in chat, and I also was wanting to talk a little bit, but we did have the passing of Val Kilmer since our last time of podcast 2,
Yeah.
which it sucks to hear. I mean, the last time I really saw him was probably in Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
As far as acting, especially, but I know that he'd pulled away from acting for a while.
And he pulled away from being in public
Yeah,
for quite a while as well.
having been sick and everything. But
Yeah.
it was sad to hear about that. We were talking about like what movies of Val Kilmer's and stuff we had seen and everything, and we just had what was it he was in? Heat recently.
Yeah, we had Heat.
Gotta have heat.
And it was great to see him in that.
He had a great role.
Yep. One of my favorite Batmans. I know a lot of people don't usually like him as Batman, but I always liked him as Batman.
You know, the role of Batman is such like, I mean, he played Batman in one movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
just one.
every article I saw, Batman actor Val Kilmer dies. Like that's the one role that you can't get away from. If you play Batman, you're a Batman actor.
It's like
Yeah.
Bond.
It's like Bond, yeah.
Bond.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, he was Batman, and that was.
I love his Batman, but like when I
Great.
think of him, I think of like iconic characters. I don't think of his Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you think of, or what do you go to?
I mean, Doc Holliday is my number one.
Yeah. Did he win Academy Award for that?
I don't know. Did he?
No, I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I would look that up.
Because that's definitely like one of his most iconic performances.
It's amazing.
I guess also if we want to talk about his movies and stuff, we could, like we did with Gene, like look at his list on Letterboxd, because I don't know what all he's in that I haven't seen.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't nominated for an Oscar, but he was nominated for Best Male Performance and Most Desirable Male at the MTV Movie Awards.
Wow.
Most Desirable.
I'm okay with that if you guys want to.
Sure.
I don't know.
Just have to figure out how to spell his last name. Okay, I got it.
Sign it.
If you're still set for my screen, Jake, you can show it if you want. It's up to you.
So I do like what, films and then or to search.
I
or
just
what?
searched him in the top, then clicked on him,
Cool.
sort of by popularity for me.
Did you click on the little star symbol that says Val Kilmer? It says he starred in 115 films. Is that right?
I would not be surprised.
He's been in a few for sure.
Yeah, sort by popularity. Okay. Because I'm sure there's gonna be some too that are like maybe he was like a smaller part versus like starring in. Like we had that with Gene Hackman. That's how we ended up watching Young Frankenstein, was because of talking about Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
And he's not like a main part in that, but he is. You know, he has that one scene is all him. Dude, I can mark off Heat now, having watched it.
Can. He's right in the middle of that poster, but he's so much smaller than the other two.
Yeah.
All right. So, is everyone on one? Film starring Val Kilmer?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Eric, you good?
Yeah.
Maverick, watched that one.
Yep.
I enjoyed that they brought him back, considering his sickness and stuff and health and everything, and wanting to incorporate him in there. I thought that was really good. And then Heat was also, I think, just really good. A lot of fun.
Yep.
Interesting show.
Indeed.
Or movie.
Both those are quite good movies.
Watched Top Gun. We did that on a live stream at one point.
We
I
did.
think that was Eric's first time watching it when we did that, right?
Yes, it was. It certainly was.
Yeah, you got
Did that one Twitch? Yeah.
the volleyball scene fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Volleyball scene. I remember that movie also had one of the weirdest, strangest kissing scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It's an iconic movie, though.
Going forward, I've never seen The Prince of Egypt.
Really?
Neither have I.
Oh, that's a heck of a movie.
I didn't know
Yeah,
he
dude,
was.
That is a good movie.
I didn't know he was in it.
Some amazing songs in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about it is it has that meme of the both. Right? Both.
Both?
Both.
Both.
No, that's
Right?
El Dorado.
That's yeah. I was gonna say that's.
Well, then
that's
even the thing I
Red
thought I knew, I
Eldorado.
don't know.
It's a very similar art style, so I can see that. Whoa, the cast list in this is crazy.
Yeah, it's a heck of a cast, heck of a soundtrack.
Val Kilmer, Ralph Fiennes, Michelle Pfeiffer, Sandra
Oh,
Bullock,
wow.
Jeff Goldblum, Danny Glover, Patrick Stewart, Helen Mirren, Steve Martin, Martin Short.
Both Martin. Oh, man.
I know.
Dang. Okay.
It's a good one to watch with your kids, Aaron. If we don't ever watch it on the channel, but it's good.
All right. True Romance. I don't know what that one is.
I haven't seen True Romance. I've heard of it.
Neither have I.
I've seen it.
Let's see. I don't know Palo Alto.
Nope.
I do know Batman Forever.
Yeah,
Batman Forever.
definitely know that.
That one I have a like on. I don't know Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, I don't think.
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it though.
Dang, it's Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer? No. I've never seen that. I don't know what that is.
Don't think I've seen it either.
Corbin Burnson. Yeah, I have not.
Corbin's in it?
Yeah, I have
Oh,
not
man, I
seen
love
this
Corbin
either.
Burnson.
We reacted to Tombstone on the channel.
We did react to Tombstone. That
Oh,
one was
man.
covered.
So go check out that reaction.
Heck
Perlman,
yeah.
Kurt Russell, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton,
That one also has a pretty loaded cast too.
Powers.
Yeah.
Michael Bean.
Charlton Heston.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Stephen Lang.
yeah, dude, it has Billy Zane's in that one.
Yeah, it's true. Billy Bob Thornton. Michael Rooker.
I just love that movie.
Next one I have on here is Deja Vu. I haven't seen that one.
I'm not familiar with that.
I haven't seen it either.
Honestly, these next ones I don't know until Willow. Does anyone else know any of the other ones?
Same with me. But
Same.
Boy, do I know Willow.
So I know The
Oh.
Doors.
The Doors.
Yep.
Is that like based on like the band?
Yep.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. It's very good.
Wow.
Top Secret is amazing. It's a spoof comedy, and his first film role, and he kills it in that movie.
That's his
Really?
first film role.
I'm pretty sure
In
it is. yeah.
'84?
And he's
Peter Cushing.
has great comedic acting in that. He sings and dances in that movie too. Like, quite good.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Okay. I have now seen Willow.
Yep. We actually have that
Yes.
on the channel too.
I've seen him as Mad Mardigan.
And Madigan.
At this point, I think I've seen most of my Val Kilmer movies on here. So if anyone has one that they want to touch on as we go down through, if there's anything major, like this one.
I've seen Snowman. We also have the novel for that in our library. That is a bad movie.
Snowman is.
Yep.
Man, there's some pretty good names in it too.
There is.
Michael Fassbender. I see J.K. Simmons there. Like,
But yeah, that one is rough.
okay.
I must say.
I've heard of MacGruber.
Yep.
Mac Gruber.
Yeah.
I've never seen it though.
It's the MacGyver like spoof, right?
I think so. Yeah. But I didn't know
I've
Val
seen-
Kilmer was in it at
I've
all.
seen Real Genius,
Real Genius. I have as well. I enjoyed it.
which is fun.
Mm-mm.
Love Guru is terrible. Bad comedies are the worst.
I started that one and I stopped.
Oof, that
So
was rough.
I won't count it as I watched it.
The Island of Dr. Moreau is also one of the all-time bad ones.
Based on the cover, it doesn't look great.
I've
It's-
heard of it, but I've never seen it.
It's mostly at the feet of Marlon Brando. He just is not doing anything in that movie, and it heavily revolves around him.
I've seen The Ghost in the Darkness.
Ghost in the Darkness
That's
is so
about,
good.
like man-eating lions that get
Yes.
hunted down, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
In Africa.
Very good.
Dude, Michael Douglas?
it's quite
Yes, it's
Yep.
very good, Aaron.
Ooh.
good. That one's fun.
I'm not
Bernard
seeing
Hill.
whatever the Saint is. I don't know what
The
that
Saint is so good.
People love the same.
That's Marty McFly's girlfriend.
I've
Yep.
never seen it.
I've only seen The Saint for the first time in the last year, and
Really?
it is good.
Oh, it holds up pretty well. I like it.
I don't know.
Have I seen The Missing?
I think I've heard of The Missing, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Long-haired Tommy Lee Jones looks really familiar.
Sure. It also reminds me of another one where I feel like it's Tommy Lee Jones like looking for a kid or something. But I can't think of what it is, but I don't think it was called The Missing.
Yeah, I don't.
Seems super familiar.
It does seem really familiar, but I think I've only ever seen the poster for it.
Red Planet is also not great.
Oh
sadly.
no, Red Planet's great. What are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
No.
Red Planet is fun.
Uh-oh.
I've seen Mission to Mars. I don't think I've seen Red.
Oh, with Gary Sinise? No, I prefer Red Planet for sure.
Val Kilmer, Carrie Ann Moss,
Yeah,
Terrence Stamp.
yeah.
I don't know Benjamin Bratt.
No, it's fun. I like it.
Red Planet's great. Look, someone in chat said it, Rick.
See?
Now you're wrong.
2 against 1. That's definitely not my alt account.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling down. I don't see any others that I'm like, oh, this one. Prince of Egypt. Wait, did we talk
Oh,
about?
man.
We were talking about Prince
Yeah,
of
we
Egypt.
did.
Wait, Prince of Egypt. Were you in?
Thunderheart looks so familiar.
I've seen At First Sight. That's like a rom-com, and he's blind.
Oh, really?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Surely, if I go down far enough, he's in a bad movie that no one but me has seen.
So you can be right. Oh man,
Yeah, I don't recognize it.
Knight Rider.
There was a movie?
It's a remake. Yeah, it's a reboot movie.
Huh.
And he plays the voice of Kit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never even heard of that movie. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
There's
about a supercar intelligent. Yeah,
I
okay.
haven't seen it, but the Ten Commandments, the musical, Val Kilmer as Moses sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
He's Moses again, but this time he's. Oh my God.
Wait, Moses again.
Two men raised as brothers, divided by destiny. The Ten Commandments, the musical.
Wow.
Is 13 on this list in any way connected to the PS2 game?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna assume not, but I have no idea, Rick.
Okay. I think it was a GameCube game as well.
Dude, he is in so many movies.
He is.
I did not know how much he was in. Oh, there's the Ten Commandments the musical. I found it.
Yeah, it's almost at the bottom.
The Making of Top Gun. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all the movies I've seen with Val Kilmer, I think.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend Top Secret and definitely recommend The Saint.
Top Secret, I love comedy. I always want like a real fun comedy to watch.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I said I at least now have more that I can look forward to that I've missed of Val Kilmer, but it's like I said before, it's sad to hear of his passing, and
Yeah.
I wish all of his family the best too with all that.
Yep.
But maybe man, I don't know if I want to watch some of this stuff too, or if it should be like, if there's anything I should wait on. Like Prince of Egypt, you said would be good with the kids?
Yeah,
I mean, that's like a DreamWorks type of movie, right?
it is.
Okay, I might have to do that. There's a few of those where like I feel like Prince of Egypt, Atlantis, El Dorado, Treasure Planet, like there's a time frame I feel like of like animated movies that like I was in the middle ground of where I didn't
I missed out on those as well. Yeah.
like for some reason I just didn't watch those ones.
Sure.
I either caught some other ones or those ones just all missed by. So like all four of those are like animated movies that I've heard about that I just never watched. I'm like, I'm sure they're great, but I just never saw them.
Trying to remember how raunchy Top Secret is and if you could watch it with your kids or not.
I could always watch it with Melanie.
That's true.
But I love the cow wearing boots.
Yeah.
It's utterly ridiculous.
You know what?
Aha.
That sort of joke would fit in that movie. So you're going to love it.
It fits in my database. Ha ha ha, Calvin. Ha ha ha. The Doors, The Saint. I was looking at chat, seeing what people. Real Genius was right after Top Secret, so that was an earlier one.
Yeah. Yep.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. A lot of people seem. Oh, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was same director as The Nice Guys.
Shane Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shane Black.
Wait, Shane Black.
Predator, right?
Predators. The Predator wasn't the original Predator, right?
The Predator. Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
He was in the original Predator
Yes.
movie.
Yeah. He was the guy with glasses.
Hawkins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
He also did Iron Man 3.
Really?
Mm.
That's man. I didn't know that was him. Okay. Is that? Okay. Is he the one who said got time to duck? Is that him?
Yeah.
I got time to bleed. Got time to duck? Okay, Hawkins. That's Shane Black. Huh. I don't think I ever knew that.
Really?
I don't know why. Just didn't.
Especially at the end of that movie, it like shows you his picture and his name.
Well, sure, but he hadn't made those movies yet. That was later.
Also, kids usually don't care about that kind of stuff.
I don't think when I was younger, I probably did not read their names. Really, I was just like, "Oh man," and now he's dead, or and
Yeah.
like, "Oh man." So yeah, so many good movies I haven't seen.
Yep.
I did open up, by the way, for YouTube for Q&As. Usually towards the end of podcasts, we try to get into some questions and such.
Whoa.
So
I can ask a question?
on YouTube, you have the Q&A thing. Use that for questions, please. Not for necessarily random stuff. And then over on Twitch, we have the channel point section where you can use that to submit a question.
Fun fact: Shane Black wrote the screenplay for Lethal Weapon.
The first Lethal Weapon?
Yep. He
Hmm.
was 22
Interesting.
when he sold it.
Interesting. Okay. When did Predator come out? Was he an actor first? I assume, and then went into writing and directing.
Not sure. I would say he was older than that in Predator.
Predator's
I had to guess.
87.
He also What? Oh, he also did a screenplay for Last Action Hero.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. So in this, as writer, Lethal Weapon was in 87, and his first acting role, Predator was in 87 too. So they were both like the same year.
It's a hell of a year.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh man.
Okay, so he worked on several of the Lethal Weapons, it looks like, and he also worked on Last Action Hero, which Last Action Hero is one of my favorites.
I just found out a tidbit of knowledge that's just fucking wild.
I'm
Peter
ready for it.
Cullen did the voice of the Predator.
Yep.
Really?
I never knew that. That's really cool.
He laughs in the first one, right?
He does. He makes some like grunt type noises.
Yeah.
That like
Does the clicking
trill
sounds?
that he does. Yeah, and the click.
Does he do it in the second one too? Is he like, want some candy?
He says things in the second one.
He does say some stuff.
Well, Calvin, here you go. I'll have to share this to you, but looks like him at a con. It says Predator voice explained by its inventor and actor, Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
So you can watch him explain how he did the voices and everything for it.
It's really iconic. I've never heard anything else like it. I don't
No.
think.
Yeah, no. It's so like you can tell it's not computerized, you know?
Sure.
Like a computer didn't make it. Like somebody's voice made that. Some organic thing with a throat had air going through it and made that sound. You know?
You know, it has that scream sound.
Yeah.
Whenever he's like doing his like leg,
Yeah.
like that sound is just. So he must have also done all the like
Clicks
clicking
and,
sounds.
Yeah.
Did he do the guttural like? You know,
He
like
probably did.
there's kind of like a sound he has that's separate from like his there's like the vision he has, right? When you get like the
With the scanning,
but sometimes you get like a guttural like
Yeah.
Predator sound that I think's really cool. Man, now I want to watch Predator.
Me too.
Which we had a trailer for Predators, like Killers of Killers or something like that, which looked really cool.
Killer
Yeah.
Killers. You did. We did have that.
We had that, and afterwards I had learned that the director of Prey that's working on that, I was like, oh, I heard he was working on a Predator movie. I didn't know he was doing an animated movie, but apparently he's doing an animated movie and a live action movie,
Yeah.
Busy
which
guy.
is called Badlands,
That sounds right.
I believe.
Sounds right.
And I'm like, sweet. So we're gonna get another live action Predator movie, and we're gonna get this animated Predator movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think doing animated for that just opens the doors for all kinds of things that they could do, which is
Really
cool.
does. I'm super excited for all that.
So, and we had that Naked Gun, which I was surprised there was another Naked Gun.
Yeah,
Naked
I
Gun.
need to watch the other two movies.
That's the best trailer.
That trailer was ridiculous.
Oh man.
So, I either need to rewatch those. It's been a long time. Someone even said the scene that they thought I was remembering might not even be from Naked Gun. It might have been from another Leslie Nielsen. Like,
Oh yeah.
because he did a few like spoof.
Sure.
More than a
movies,
few.
you know?
Yeah.
Of varying quality.
Sure, yeah, I know. Yeah. What?
He
I mean,
had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. On some of those.
what all did he? Oh, he was involved in Scary Movie.
Yeah. Was Ford
He was the
first
president.
one?
Remember that?
3. Okay.
That's what it might have been. Was Spy Hard that he was in, where his name was Dick Steele, Agent WD-40.
Yeah.
I think that was the one that I always talked about the Michael Jackson moment. And that's what someone had brought up. I'm like, oh, you know what? It might be right.
Well, then how did you find it to show it to us?
I don't know. I typed in, Leslie Nielsen, Naked Gun, Michael Jackson. It popped up.
Okay.
I got enough keywords that I'm like, hey, I recognize that.
I guess so.
So I don't know. But I had that memory of that scene. But I can't tell you much about Naked Gun. But yeah, it's that would be a fun one to
Naked
look
Gun
through.
has O.J. Simpson in it. That's all you need to know.
Yes, it does.
That trailer.
Yeah.
He was also in a spoof of The Fugitive. I feel like I might remember that. Like
Yeah, he was in so many.
a Fugitive spoof, but I don't remember what it was called.
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I feel like the guy had like a fake leg instead of like a fake arm or something like that, and they like played around with that. But yeah, all kinds of stuff he did. Huh. All right. Eric, did you also have other things that you said you were wanting to like?
I did.
Go
We did a
over?
little bit of this last time, but I had some more would you rather questions that we could talk about. I figured it'd be good for me to give them to you, and then you guys can speculate because I can't talk a whole lot right now.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather have the ability to effortlessly run at 100 miles an hour or fly at 10 miles an hour?
So effortlessly run. So I
How
don't get
high
tired.
are we talking?
Okay. As high as you want.
Oh.
As long as you can breathe.
10 miles an hour.
See, the cool thing about being able to fly at 10 miles an hour is you can actually fly at 200 miles an hour if you're patient.
That's true. That's true. And if you had a wingsuit, you could
Yeah.
like Mario the shit out of it.
Oh, you're right. A wingsuit being able to like stop it, and
Yeah.
might be the best.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wait, what? If you can fly at 10 miles an hour, that would be 10 miles an hour. How do you go at 100 miles
Yeah, but
an hour?
like you
Stop
can fly
flying.
at 10 miles an hour, and then you just drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop flying and you can fly at 200 miles an hour.
You just turn your flying off.
So you're saying
No
like,
brakes, Aaron.
So you're saying put on a wingsuit and just kind of like fly up.
Yeah, fly straight up
Yeah.
at 10 miles an
and
hour
then turn
until
off your flying and just
Yeah.
wingsuit it.
Aaron, have you seen Toy Story?
Okay, and then whenever you want to, you can just like let me fly, and then you just slow
and
down.
then you just put on the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
the wingsuit changes everything. I mean, well, how do you make 100 miles an hour effortlessly? It's pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah, but what if you-
what if you trip?
And also like
What if you run in front of a bus?
What if a bus runs in
think
front
you
of
can-
you?
I think effortlessly is trying to remove all of the negative aspects. Of
Well, it's saying
fast.
like you won't
won't be
tire
tired,
out at
yeah,
the same
right?
rate you would if you were running at
Yeah.
3 or 4 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Right?
But like, can I trip? Do I have the reflexes to be able to do such
Yeah.
a thing? Too?
Am I the Flash? Do I have the speed force?
Is all
Flash
it's
can run much faster than
because
that.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
trust myself driving at 100 miles an hour.
So there's no like muscular effort or anything like that. But what about the strain on your joints? Like, are you going to wear your knees out quicker?
I think all that's still fine.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
run at 100 miles an hour?
100.
Effortlessly.
Effortlessly.
And I would say it's up to, right?
Yeah. No, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to go 100 miles an hour.
You have to run.
You know what though? I'm gonna run a hole in my shoes though. You know, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go through shoes so much faster than if I just fly.
But
Yeah.
even like
How much is a wingsuit?
but even flying 10 miles an hour, like 10 miles an hour isn't slow.
No, it's not.
Like that's a good
No.
run.
It's a good
It's
clip.
decent.
Ooh, the Sausage 3. More
I think
info.
it's too bad, but again, I think the windsuit really
Yeah.
puts one over the other.
Because like you could fly, like I don't know, a few miles up into the atmosphere and then just wingsuit. I don't know, wherever. You know, just explore.
Sure.
Oh,
Do we think this flight is like, can you just choose to hover? Because if you can't just like choose to hover, what if you have an accident in air and you fall and the 10 mile an hour speed isn't enough to stop the
I think
fall?
if you can run up to 100 miles an hour,
I
you
was
can
gonna
fly
say
up
that,
to 10
yeah.
miles an hour. So
With-
you could theoretically stop.
Yeah, you
Or
could
go 1 mile an
hover,
hour.
you could go 1 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour, like
But can you
7
you
3/4?
safely control the 180 mile an hour drop
yeah.
where you can control the stop
With
well enough to
practice.
save?
I mean, you're not going to go out there the first time and be perfect.
Yeah, I mean you could
Even Superman needed to roll around the Arctic for
Are
a
you
bit.
asking if you
You
have
say
to
that,
be
but
like?
the first time you do it, you might fuck up and you're just done.
Well, you might run 100 miles an hour into a spike.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like,
Or into a wood chipper.
a lot of my reasoning is that I'm thinking that flying, even if I can get the wingsuit thing to work for me, which is like $900,
Sure, it's
but
a big initial investment.
But you could make that.
I'm not gonna have to replace my shoes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, like, the idea of what all is in the way when I run versus what all is in the way when I'm flying.
Sure.
Right? Like, I can get to the general location, I think, fairly easy, and now it's just a matter of me floating down at 10 miles an hour to where I need to go.
I would get lost so much less if I could fly up and see
And
the
see,
place I was going to.
Do you think so, Rick?
Well,
Do you think that you would get lost less? Like, is that what you've been missing, is the bird's eye view?
it couldn't hurt.
It might
It could.
when you land.
I would be curious if there's a way that we could test that, where it's like,
Yeah.
all right, Rick, do you know how to get from here to here? Here's a bird eye view. You're a helicopter pilot.
Rick, you're adding a whole new dimension to get lost in.
Yeah.
I guess so, but I don't have to do anything to find down, right?
No?
Rick, I think you should take flying.
Lessons.
No, just flight in general on this. What would you rather?
Okay.
Because at least this way.
You can only get lost at 10 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You can't
Like-
get lost at 100 miles an hour and then we can never catch
Like,
up to you.
if he just took off, he's like, I know where I'm going, and he's running at 100 miles an hour for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many directions and so far that you could be in a radius as
Rick-
opposed to flying 10 miles an hour.
Where were you driving to and from where you found out you were going the wrong way by crossing the river?
So I was coming home from the Renaissance Festival, which is near like Jacksonville, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was trying to get to Marietta, Ohio, and I ended up in West Virginia,
Yeah.
deep in West Virginia.
Deep.
So how long did it like what time did you leave and how long did you realize you were not where you should have
I
been?
got suspicious when I saw the signs to Charleston.
Suspicious but kept driving.
Well, yeah,
Because you have to know.
because I can't trust my instincts.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
I mean, somebody in chat asked, do you have GPS? I don't think it precludes you from being able to use your cell phone
Can you?
or something like that.
What if I go too high and my cell phone doesn't work?
Well, how high would you be worried about going? Like,
I don't know.
my phone
Well,
works.
Calvin, I've never taken my phone up to know how high I get reception.
My phone still technically works a little bit when I'm in a plane, which is like
Well, yeah, but that's 'cause
5 miles
I
up.
have airplane mode and I'm on the Wi-Fi.
no, even without the airplane
Calvin,
mode.
you're not supposed to do that.
I know, shut the fuck. I wasn't trying to make a big deal out of this.
Calvin, you're gonna cause accidents and the
Well,
plane.
then
will,
I can fly.
the plane will blow up.
How much can I lift when I fly? Is another point that I want to make.
No more than what you can lift when you're on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the same 10 pounds.
Yeah, I would say.
What?
And on the other side, you can't carry that much going 100 miles an hour either.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I get you. Like picking up I don't know if I could carry my kids.
Yeah.
And fly them to school.
Sure.
You know
Oh, maybe.
It'd be
Depends
cold.
how, depends how big they are.
how big? Can I just throw Leon over my shoulder and just, take
Slow.
off? He's like as tall as I am now. You know.
I
Am
think-
I slower than 10 miles an hour doing that?
I think if you can do a squat with the weight, then you can fly with the weight.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe.
Okay.
There's definitely times though where like even flying 10 miles an hour as the crow flies
Yeah.
will get you somewhere faster than having to drive it or run it,
For
Yeah.
on like a
Sometimes just
road.
going up
Sure.
Yeah.
a hill is good.
Just
Yeah.
crossing a street.
Just going up a hill.
just fly up like 30 feet over the street and then back down.
Yeah.
And you've crossed the street and you don't have to wait for the fucking light.
Yeah,
You
true.
don't have to drive over bridges. You can
No.
just go over a river. Oh,
Yeah.
Think of how much more fun sledding would be.
sledding would be a lot more fun.
And-
You don't have to walk up.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
I was thinking of like making a ramp at the bottom of the hill and
You
then
fucking
like
take off?
Oh, okay.
use the
No.
speed to
Wingsuit.
lift.
I found a secret superpower in this is that you can fly underwater, which means that you can swim at 10 miles an hour,
It's not bad.
which is faster than any Olympic swimmer ever.
Is it? How fast does Phelps swim?
Well, you'd be hitting the resistance of the water, right?
Sure, but you'd be hitting the resistance of anything, you know?
Michael Phelps swims at 4.7 miles an hour.
Exactly.
That's not much.
That's more than twice his speed.
That's not much at all.
I don't know. I mean, me going 10 miles an hour in the water, I don't know if it's that helpful. I'd rather just float above it at 10 miles an hour and stay dry.
Yeah, but like the same thing that you could do with the wingsuit, you could do with a scuba suit. You wouldn't need one of those fan thingies that you hold on to that looks like a little underwater missile.
Like in James Bond?
Yeah.
That we watched?
You just zip right along. You could be like fucking like Timu Aquaman.
Timu Sheen Aquaman. Okay. I'm taking flying, I think.
I'm definitely
After all
taking
this,
flying.
I think that's the best option.
Okay.
Yep, got to go flying.
Did anyone think running was a good one? Just out of curiosity?
No.
No?
I think I got attached to the flying early on and made some good points in favor of it.
No one really argued
I never really argued for running.
Yeah, no one did, really.
Like I can get in a car and go 100 miles an hour if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
I cannot fly 10 miles an hour.
Jake wants to take running? Okay.
I think I'm going to take running. I'm going to get into the Olympics. I'm going to smash world records.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Get endorsement deals and just pretend like the rest of my life just coasts off that.
But you'd be the best gymnast who ever lived if you flew.
Yeah,
right?
You know what? I think I'm going to make more.
Think about that.
I'd get captured by the government and experimented on. I could hide running well enough.
Well,
Maybe.
if you were a gymnast, do you have to hide that you're flying? Because if you don't, you're cheating.
Yeah, that's just cheating.
Is it cheating?
Kinda. You can fly.
Yeah,
These
but-
people are flipping and are prone to gravity.
I mean, I've seen Michael Jordan fly, and no one gave him.
But see, that's their fault for not flying, Eric.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that
Why am
Michael
I
Jordan
being-
is so good. You
They
consider
chose
it
the dumb
superpower.
running power.
No, you put effort into that.
Why am I punished for my abilities when they just don't have them?
Well, because and you're doing something they can't. There's no competition.
So if I took a potion to get flying, I think it's cheating. But
Yeah.
if I'm born with flying, I think it's fine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just genetics.
How come sometimes like pick another category? I'm sure there's something that people can do really well that I just can't do,
There's
right?
no. Yeah, but I suppose. I mean, there's
It's
no
just
skill
genetics get
that
you
they
tested
can.
on, though.
Huh?
It's just genetics as a flying thing. Just
Yeah,
gets
but there's
you
no
tested on.
genetics that make you spin infinitely in the air.
No,
you know?
I'm on your side, Eric.
Okay, sure.
I think it's cheating, and you'll get
But like Michael
kidnapped by the
Phelps
United States
is
government.
Michael Phelps is the swimmer he is because of his genetic body shape.
that is
Yeah,
true.
they don't
but
disqualify
also
him
his
for that.
Incredible effort.
100%.
Sure, I'm
Yeah.
not saying his effort's
Yeah.
not good, but I do think like
If
you know
someone
what?
else spent the same amount of effort to swim as he did, they would not go as fast as him.
Sure, I get you.
So we should punish
other
him to
things
make
being
it
equal.
even.
Yeah,
Is what Eric says.
he should have a handicap.
I'm gonna straw man this now.
Break his legs.
Yeah, but Michael Phelps is not comparable to a gymnast who can fly.
What if Michael Phelps had gills? Is he allowed to be a swimmer?
Well, I don't think gills will make you go faster.
Well, but you wouldn't have to come up for air.
But you don't have to take time trying to breathe. You just swim.
Sure. I wonder how much that impacts.
I mean, like you don't have to do this thing.
Yeah.
You can just, you just go. I'm just saying. Now he's cheating, right?
Yeah.
What
I
if-
got another one for you.
What if he had webbed fingers?
Yeah,
Some people do have web
some
fingers.
people do,
So they shouldn't.
and
be able
they're
to swim
great
in the
at swimming.
Olympics.
I don't think web fingers is comparable to you can fly.
Not when you're swimming. No,
It's something
not.
that I can't do. I would need to wear cheating gloves to do it.
Yeah, it would be cheating if I put on gloves with webbed fingers. It wouldn't be cheating if I just had webbed fingers, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Chad agrees with me and Calvin.
Alrighty.
And my cursory glance of chat, I second that.
All of chat without me reading it, I
Yep.
know they're with us.
All right, you had another one, Eric?
Yeah. Would you rather? This one's not good. Would you rather be sticky all over your body forever,
Ugh.
or itchy all over your body
Oh.
forever?
Eric,
Sticky.
Or sticky.
Those are
Sticky.
both terrible things.
Sticky. 100% sticky.
I feel like sticky can sometimes be useful. Itchy is never
Sure.
useful.
You can stick to things.
Yeah.
Yeah, how sticky am I?
Yeah. Is it like
Could I climb
You're
a wall?
as sticky as you are itchy on the other side.
is it
Sure.
like 3-year-old toddler with sweaty hands sticky, or is it like climb up the wall sticky.
Is it like I have syrup all over my hands, or can I climb a wall?
Well,
Yeah.
you,
Like
you
Spider-Man.
naturally get itchy. So, like, it's as naturally sticky as you could get or have
Yeah,
been.
I would say it's not like a super stick, but it is kind of like if someone touched your skin, they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Ugh.
Is
you
it
know?
is it like packing tape sticky or masking tape sticky?
Can I at least jump onto a wall and slowly unstick and fall? Like,
Peel off.
You know, like some of those.
I would say you can do it better than others. I don't know how much you could.
Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay. So it's not through your clothes or anything like that.
I can put on clothes and
It's-
those aren't sticky.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
imagine taking your socks off. It's all sticky.
Ugh.
Oh.
It's all
But-
terrible, but I'd have to go sticky.
I think itchy would drive you crazy. Probably,
Yeah.
Though. Sticky sucks, but I think you could probably live with sticky. Itchy might go a little crazy.
You said it's your entire body
Forever. Yeah.
forever.
Entire body forever.
Like your dick is
I
sticking
know.
to your leg and everything.
Oh, I was
dick.
sitting here thinking about like how much does this fuck sex up?
Yeah. No. Like.
Because like,
You could
Well,
wear a
no,
am
no.
I sticky? Because that causes problems.
Well, yeah, sure, but like lube is always an option, right? Lube would
stick to your dick.
well,
yeah. So you could put a condom on and then not have to worry about the stick.
yeah, and then
Right.
you wouldn't have to worry about the condom slipping
Yeah.
off.
The friction wouldn't be great for you. That's how sticky you are.
That's what I'm worried about. I
Yeah,
almost
I
want to
get
go
what you
itchy
mean.
on that case.
You want to
But-
get itchy?
Could you
Because
enjoy
it feels
sex?
good to scratch. I get what you mean.
But could you enjoy sex if you were itchy the whole time?
Yes. But I can if I'm just sticking and I just like, you know, like that's not good.
I wonder
Yeah.
if it's one of those, because itchy is a sensation, whereas like you can be itchy for a lot of reasons, right?
Yeah.
And let's say on year 10 of being itchy, do you even feel itchy anymore?
Yes.
It would.
I think you would
It's-
feel itchy.
yeah.
If
You know,
you're
like,
sticky
eventually-
forever,
like,
you would
everybody
feel itchy
like, people
forever.
normalize, right? Like eventually something becomes normal.
Well, then you wouldn't feel sticky anymore. You would just be normal.
Well, you
yeah,
would still
but the
stick
issue would be
to
that
stuff,
you would
though.
still stick.
But you
Whereas
wouldn't
if
feel
you were
sticky.
itchy, like you feel itchy, but other people can't like touch you and be like, "You're itchy."
Yeah.
They can tell you're sticky.
Like, am I
mean,
like,
just gonna
oh
think
man,
you're
I'm just,
tweaking because you're over here doing this all the time.
True.
am I just like, oh, a little itchy, or am I like poison ivy itchy? You know, I'm like fucking just, you know, chicken pox and shit. Like, am I like that?
It's gonna
I'm like,
depend on
oh,
how
God.
sticky you are. on the
Well,
other
I'm just
side.
going to turn the sliders all the way down until it's you want to be normal or be normal. If they're proportional, neither of those things are preferable.
Yeah, I think I itchy just makes it unbearable for me, whereas sticky's gonna make it tough on outside world interactions. I think, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how sticky I am, but if someone at, you know, if I'm at the gas station, they're like, all right, that'd be $10, and I hand them a $10 bill, and then it's like fucking they can't take it from
Yeah,
me.
like,
you know, like
if the school bus leaves me behind and I'm hitting the side of it trying to get their attention and to stop it, and the poster that's on the side of it sticks to my hand and it rips off, a la Spider-Man.
yeah. Or did your hand get stuck and now you're being pulled
Now you're
by the
being
bus?
dragged by the bus. Yeah.
You know,
Imagine, like, getting-
sticky. It really determines how sticky
Yeah.
is.
Like imagine getting dirty and then like trying to take a shower, but you're still sticky, and then like trying to like wash off with a towel. You're
like,
still sticky.
Can
we're,
you ever
we're
wash
missing
off?
a
I
whole
don't think
side
so.
of this
Too
too.
sticky.
Like if we're allowed in the Olympics because we can fly and swim real fast,
No, I didn't allow
then
it.
if you're sticky, you want to be a baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
You want to be a wide
To
receiver.
the side there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be
sure.
able to catch
You
the
wanna
ball
catch
with your
stuff.
sticky hands
Well,
and get the grip to throw.
You don't want to be a pitcher though.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You absolutely want grip to throw a ball.
Yeah, but
do.
not, you want to let go.
Yeah, you can.
sticky.
That's like a very important part of pitching.
You can.
They use some very sticky stuff.
None
if
of
they're
it's
allowed
sticky.
to.
I feel like you might. What if it just
Yes.
stays
no.
there, Calvin?
No. They use the absolute stickiest shit they can so they can grip the ball.
Wide receiver sounds good.
Wide receiver
I think
would.
that's a real good one. I agree there.
I'm glad that you're not agreeing with or not disagreeing with me there, but.
But
Calvin
never
is right
mind,
about
Calvin. You
I feel
lost
like-
me. Wide receiver's terrible.
Aaron, I didn't play baseball. You did.
I wasn't a
I
pitcher.
feel so frustrated that you're disagreeing with me on this.
I wasn't a pitcher. And I
But
don't-
you still played.
But the levels of stickiness depend. What if you can't let go of the ball?
Pine tar is what is legal to use, and pitchers try to use stickier stuff than that.
Sure. To do
And
what?
that's very
to like hold it to their hand?
yeah,
Yeah, but
to get the grip on the ball, to get the spin, or to not let go when they're going over their shoulder.
sure.
Like the centrifugal force, they have to
My
hold the
only
ball.
question
Like
is it
umpires,
too sticky? How sticky am I? Will it let go of the ball? What if I go like this and the ball just like stays in my hand or falls straight down.
Like, I think you're so sticky that, like, if you get on a plane and you touch, like, forearms with the person next to you, they're going to be like, ugh, and they're going to like that. But it's not going to, like, stick for a long time.
So it's not like my skin isn't going to pull out other people's hair.
I don't think so.
Like, I can't be a waxing salon.
So
yeah, it's just...
It really is like I'm covered in maple syrup.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
You can deal with the stickiness. Okay.
I think.
Yep.
I think I can deal with like maple syrup. No. I don't know. I'm going with itchy.
I'm just gonna wear
just to make sure that
I'm just gonna wear like a porous suit over my skin so that it touches things and I don't stick. Yeah, like I'll stick to the suit. I'll peel that off at night. That's something I have to do like at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. What about it?
But now you're sticky.
Yeah, but then I put on my suit and I'm not sticky anymore.
Yeah, but when you're naked, like what if you sleep?
Aaron, there's nothing that you can put on or take off that will not make you itchy.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be sticky all the time when I'm naked.
I don't want to be itchy all the time, even when I'm naked, especially when I'm clothed.
I think I'm taking itchy. I'm a little itchy right now. I'm scratching my foot, you know? That's
itchy.
I'm fine.
You
I
ever
can
hear
deal
the
with
idea
it.
that you're always...
But then it goes away.
Wow,
you ever hear the idea
moves.
that you're always feeling a sensation of itch? You just mostly ignore that until you start thinking about, am I itchy somewhere? And you can find an itch.
It's like when someone says like, oh, there's fleas or oh, there's lice or, you know, and you're like, fucking what? And you're like...
Sure. You like get that psychosomatic...
Yeah.
That response. Eric,
yes.
I want to ask a question about the wording again. Is it sticky all over your body and itchy all over your body?
Yes.
Or is it just sticky forever, itchy forever?
It's all over your body forever. For both.
Yeah. No, it's sticky. Hands down.
Yeah.
You do not want to be itchy all over your body all the time.
Yeah.
You will never relax.
You'd never sleep.
You will never sleep.
I'll take acetaminophen. Benadryl.
No, it's not something that you can change with medication.
You don't know that.
Well, then you can change your stickiness with medication, and I'll do that.
Time, you know? There's no sticky
You're just going to take a
medication,
bottle of Benadryl every day so that you can exist?
Sticky medication.
Then you won't drive yourself crazy?
Sticky medication is a shower. That's sticky medication, okay?
Yeah, but you're still sticky.
But there's no sticky medication. That's what I'm saying. There is itchy
They'll
medication.
make it up. Talc.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What about
Talc solves everything.
What about public bathrooms?
What about it?
You want to stick to the public toilet seat?
No, I don't.
They're
Exactly.
already sticky, Aaron.
What?
That's why you don't go to public bathrooms.
Well, sometimes you have to. Like when you're at the
I could
amusement
cover
park.
my ass in toilet paper and stick to me. I'd be fine.
Dude, toilet paper sticks. It sticks so bad to like wet, let alone syrup. You know, you're gonna have toilet paper everywhere. Imagine you nick yourself and then you like try to get rid of the blood from like shaving, and then you just it won't go away. You just can't get rid of it.
I think realistically, I'd probably carry with me like some material that I could like stick to me and have it be a barrier between me and the world.
But
like a toilet seat cover.
But now it's stuck. A toilet seat cover stuck to you though.
Well, just have it be a material that's more resilient than a toilet seat cover, and then you can rip it off when you're done.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going with itchy.
Alrighty. Would you rather find a person living in your attic or 10,000 cockroaches in your attic?
Cockroaches.
I can kill the cockroaches.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I can kill the cockroaches. I can't kill that dude.
I think that you can eject a person easier than you can the cockroaches.
No, I can.
Cockroaches,
I can bomb the house.
Yeah, but sometimes, depending on the infestation, because you ever hear that thing? It's like, well, for every one you see, there's 100 you don't see. Does that mean? I don't know if that applies to this prompt.
So in that case, the question would be like, would you rather there be a person living in your attic or 100 cockroaches in your attic? Because there's more that you don't see, right?
Yeah.
So is the idea just like that person's just going to live in my attic, or like I have gone to my attic and I have found either cockroaches or a person?
I think it's just a discovery.
Yeah, it might be a matter of like you didn't know you were living with that many cockroaches, or you didn't know there was a person living in your attic. I think that's
so. Like I just discover that there's this in my attic at some point.
I think I'm still okay with the cockroaches because I didn't know that there were cockroaches in my house until I went to my attic. Right?
Sure, yeah.
If there were cockroaches downstairs, I'm like, oh man, I really got to deal with this problem. Let me see if there's any cleaning supplies in the attic. Oh no! Like no, I knew there were cockroaches down there, right?
Yeah.
But me discovering the cockroaches in my attic suggests that there weren't any in my house. So there must be some effective barrier or seal currently.
Now,
Cockroaches can't play Smash.
no.
There's a chance that the person can.
The attic person can play Smash. Okay.
I mean, it's possible.
Sure. Or they
Board
could.
games. or
Is
whatever.
that how you would charge rent? Forced Smash
I
playing?
mean, I'm not using the attic anyway. Like,
But like, what have they been doing? Like
Sure.
cockroaches living in your attic, they're gonna do cockroach things.
Have they been fucking my peanut butter?
That's not where I went first. But
No, but like
it's
think of the
possible.
worst thing that someone
No,
who
Calvin,
doesn't
that's the
buy
worst.
groceries in your house
I-
could do to your
I
groceries.
really thought my
I mean, the
kids were using a
cockroaches can do
spoon in
that
the
too.
center.
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah.
can.
But it's something malicious when they do it. I don't know.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but that last line is
Yeah, I think
it's so delicious when they do it.
I don't know. I think I'd rather find that there has just been cockroaches hiding in my attic than to find that for an undisclosed amount of time a person has been living in my attic. 'Cause, I
Yeah.
mean, that could be a day, but it
Sure.
could also have been the last 2 years. You
It
know?
could have been since you moved in.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's I don't know. That's just real creepy, you know. And I'm worried about my peanut butter.
Yeah.
Cockroaches can't open the peanut butter jar. Do you remember that? What was that one thing where like a woman had been living in a guy's apartment, like in his air vents or something like that?
Yeah.
And would come out in the middle of the night and,
And
like
eat his
drink his
food
orange
and-
juice
yeah,
and pee in his sink.
Pee in
and
the sink.
stuff.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I
Like-
get it. Rent's real expensive.
Yeah. How many? What was it? 100 cockroaches? Is that what it was?
It was 10,000 cockroaches. but
10,000?
I said like because there's 100 more that you don't see. It actually you only find 100 cockroaches up there, and
Oh.
it doesn't seem so bad at first.
10,000 is a lot.
10,000 is a lot.
That's a lot of cockroaches.
cockroaches.
But if they're the real docile ones, like they had on MIB, it's not so bad.
Your whole house could just be
Some
hissing.
some people are like obsessed with breeding cockroaches. They have more than 1 million in their house. They're like their pets.
Is that why they're in my attic? Because cockroaches took over their house?
I don't know. Maybe your friend asked to store some boxes, and it was a cockroach like farm colony.
Why is chat being like, Aaron, what if it's a redhead? I don't know if that gives me any leeway or anything. It's still, I'm like, I don't know what.
What if they're really, really attractive cockroaches? Like, I think someone who's living in secret in your attic is probably not someone who you would want to maybe voluntarily engage with in society.
So, Rick, do you think a person?
For sure. You guys are too quick to judge.
Well, I'm like, do I find a child? Do I find an old man? Do I find like Jason Voorhees? You know, like who's in my attic?
Do you go up there and you scare them and they die?
Well, that makes it easy. I just
Well-
go like, and they're like, and they fall over.
Well, the issue would be resolved because then you just call the police like, hey, this
I
person
found
was up
someone in my
here.
attic and they died.
They were dead when I got here.
I found a dead guy in my attic.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, maybe you don't say I found a dead guy in my attic.
I don't know. I guess I'll go with the person because I don't really have any other terrible alternatives from that person, I guess. If I was just like, I'm going to go to my attic today and I find a person or cockroaches, I guess I was just like, hey, you, what are you doing here? Though, I have gone to my attic, like looking around, be like, is anything going to be up here?
Sure.
But if I found a person, I'd be freaking out
Probably
versus like
just
a
someone hiding
cockroach.
from- it's probably someone hiding from ice.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
possible.
Entirely possible.
I don't know. All right, I'll go with a person. I don't know. Eric, what are you going to do?
The person probably, yeah.
A person, probably? That was
I
fairly
mean,
quick.
it makes sense. I probably didn't hear him.
It really, I mean, that's true. I think it really depends on like what the possible resolutions are. Like if you can just say, hey man,
What you
get out of
doing
my
here?
attic.
Get out.
And they'll leave.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. You
But
can't talk to 10,000 cockroaches.
No.
That's like hurting cats.
Rick's right. Like the potential of like, hey, I've been like doing your laundry. Have
But-
you not noticed? You know,
Sure, that's
cockroaches
nice.
can't
but
do that.
I think it's much easier to go up and be like, damn, cockroaches, I gotta get rid of this, versus I go up and there's a guy with a machete and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know,
like if the guy wants to come back after I tell him to leave, like that's going to be an ongoing issue,
Yeah, exactly.
which I could have just put some pesticide up there.
Yeah, killed that guy.
For the cockroaches.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, maybe move on to another one.
Would you rather have access to a room containing the next 50 years of New York Times editions, or be able to watch 6 2-hour documentaries about other technologically advanced civilizations from different parts of the universe? So you can pretty much see like the main headlines of the next 50 years on Earth, or watch 6 2-hour-long documentaries of different technologically advanced civilizations.
I think I want the newspapers.
Don't know if I have the capacity to do much with the other thing. If I could bring other people into that room, or if I could take the things in that room elsewhere, I would probably choose that one. But if it's like I have an hour and I have to make the best use of this I can, it's probably the newspapers.
It just says that you have access, so I think that you can go back in, out, you can take that knowledge and use it any way you want to.
It's just an
It's
extra
pretty much
room on
saying,
your
like,
house.
This is knowledge that you could really use.
Sure. So we're saying that this is a place that only I can go into, though,
Yeah.
right?
But the 2-hour documentaries, and this is knowledge that you probably would never, ever achieve. It's unknowable, but you get to see it.
I mean,
Do you want to know stuff before others, or something no one's ever seen?
I was thinking the same thing as Rick, where it's like if I have to figure out what these things are from this other universe location that's highly technological, I don't know that I know how to make that useful to us. But with newspaper articles for, what was it, 50 years?
50 years.
Like, basically for my lifetime, like, those are going to be, like, pretty important. Like, that's the newspaper, right? Or is it just the headlines?
It says the editions, so I think you get to read the entire newspaper.
Like, if I had their newspaper for every day for 50 years, like...
That includes
Including
obituaries.
the funny pages.
Yeah, the funny
Like,
pages.
that's so much value, Eric.
The stock markets.
The sports page.
The sports. Like, you can start betting, like, in Back to the Future, you know?
Yeah.
You could, obituaries. Maybe I could save some people's lives.
Now, what if when you're watching the documentaries, you actually make scientific discoveries that are applicable to Earth?
It only works if it's like a how it's made kind of documentary, right? Where they just fucking tell you.
I would have to understand it, and I would have to get people to believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if the things they have on their planet, one, do we have the stuff they have? Are they using unobtainium?
Sure.
And I don't have unobtainium because it's unattainable. You know? And now I have to tariff it in.
Sure.
It's going to take me so long and too much to try to get the stuff I can't get.
Yeah.
Sure.
From these other planets that I can't get to.
Also,
So if I can just read on our planet things I need to get, then I think I can do more with that information than I can alien
Now,
tech.
when you say do more, is it a matter of like, oh, I can do this to gain financial success, or like I
could
can
do that?
change
I
what's
think
going to happen?
maybe I could change things, but then my newspaper articles become void? You know?
I don't think so. I think it's like
if I saw one that said like World War III is gonna start and it's that for like 10 years or something crazy, but then I can prevent that, is the future of those articles gonna change or all void, or like now I don't know if they're gonna happen, you know?
I would say if it's like a future thing and you can make changes to it, then the other articles would update.
I'm personally going to say they don't. I think that someone went and got those editions for the next 50 years. They brought them back. If you make changes, they don't update, because the documentaries don't update depending on anything that you do.
Well, you can't
Sure.
you can't interact with them though.
No, because they're all from another thing. But in Back to the Future, they would change.
They would.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
So, movie.
I
Knowledge.
feel like the changing ones gives it a little bit more than was meant for. I'm not sure.
Well,
I mean,
So try to
maybe, but
even out the other
even
side.
Sure.
still, even without that, like you could make such drastic changes.
yeah. Well, I also think like if you're wanting to like try to throw more to the alien tech stuff, like you could make up what kind of tech it is. You know, what if it is medical health tech where we could fix diseases that we haven't been able to fix? What
Sure.
if it's
the unknown
time
is-
travel aspect of things, or being able to travel to other planets with like some kind of light speed technology that we don't have, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
what if it's a documentary that the aliens made talking about how silly they were for not just taking out the death gene like way earlier? It's like, holy shit, like this is just so much better now.
why'd we have this?
He's
That's
got-
what the appendix did.
Yeah, damn it.
Also, just like knowing those two rooms exist gives you something because one, you know that life is out there.
Yep.
And
Sure.
the other one, you know that like the United States exists in 50 years.
Sure.
Or at least the New York Times does.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like, I think I'd go with newspaper articles because I think I could do more with that in some capacity than I could with the documentaries of another planet.
Yeah. Like documentaries of another planet might be too alien for me to really garner anything.
I would say to be comparable, the documentaries you can understand. Like it's Christopher Walken narrating. He's telling you the things so that you can understand them because you can understand the papers.
Yeah,
know?
sure.
I don't
mean,
think English is going to change enough in 50 years for you to be like, I don't know what they're saying.
no, but it's,
know?
I mean, it's the news, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Like, it's, I understand what that gives me versus just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a documentary showing me how a car's made. If I showed that to a caveman, what would he do with that?
Sure.
Like, I'm kind of looking at it like that. Like, how primitive am I to these documentaries?
Like how granular do they go in explaining their technology?
Will I be able to
and
do
stuff?
something with that? Someone showing how to make a computer back in the 1800s, can they do anything with that?
Maybe we
How
should
far will they
assume
go?
that these were sent to us on Earth by aliens for the purpose of enhancing our civilization.
Of us progressing?
yeah.
Could be.
Then why'd they only give it to one of us? Dumbasses.
They're the lucky one, man.
You know
Surely
what?
they should know that one of us is going to abuse this.
Hey, man, they come all the way here and they abduct people from West Virginia. You
Because
know?
a person is smart, Calvin. People are dumb. Haven't you seen Men in Black?
Yes,
Black,
I
baby.
know.
All right. I'll take the alien technology in hopes that it will lead me to be able to help with like medical advancements or time travel or space travel or something like that, and that I will just have to like really lean into whatever that is and try to figure some things out, and then I'll be rich because I'll have all this tech that I made from aliens. Thank you, aliens.
I'd probably go with that too. Although you'd have a little bit of that. Like you'd have scientific advancements from 50 years in the future.
Yeah, which could be good. You could also bet on sports and make money that way.
Mm-hmm.
Or just see what the stock market's going to be.
You could do both. Why not? Right?
Like, see what medical advancements or technological advancements are announced like later years that have been positive, and then invest early in those so that they happen sooner or to a greater degree.
What if the first headline you get is Rick of Blindwave died today? Like, well, damn, I can't do anything with any of this anyway.
Stay in the room.
Right?
The room
Change it.
might be outside of time. You don't know.
And then I die. I go into my room and I have all this technology and I die the next day.
That would
Damn.
suck.
I can't do anything with this documentary.
Damn. I
right.
had a day left and I spent 18 hours watching these documentaries. Fuck.
That would be terrible. All right. We do have some questions now. We have about 20 minutes left.
Let's do the questions.
If we want to go into some questions and see what the people are asking. I got to clear some
I
of
just
this.
switched over to memes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we put that out.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, okay.
Can't help it.
Sorry.
We're doing questions, Rick. Questions.
I thought we did memes during questions.
All right. Let me see here from here as well. Also, I think that there was a super chat we had from Jahasiel Para, who said in the CK universe,
Cobra Kai?
Crusader Kings.
probably, which dojo
Cobra Kai.
would you train in, and which sensei would you want because they'd help you improve upon your biggest weaknesses.
Oh man.
Mr. Miyagi from Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, I think defense is probably I'm more weak, I would say. So that one.
I'm gonna go Daniel's Daniel's Miyagi-Do, specifically because like if something really bad has happened to you, he'll be like, "Hey man, I'm rich. I'll pay for that." He does that a lot.
He does that a lot.
He does it a lot.
But Terry Silver has even more money.
Yeah, but
He's
that's
right.
That comes with that.
Yeah.
He is right.
King Queens redeemed Hydrate, and then LKG redeemed Breathe.
Breathe!
No, it's just breath.
It is breath. You're right.
So we have to bottle some breath and send that off.
Breathe got added in at some point. I forget why.
It's spelled wrong if
Chat-
it's Breathe.
Chat might remember. Shut up, Rick. It was. I think it was during a stream I was doing. I was trying to hurry.
That's funny.
I don't remember why it's all caps either. I don't remember why I made it.
Breathe.
All right, let's see here. Curly
swallowed my
Canadian
spit.
said, I just started ReZero Season 3. As the final English dub episode has released, are there any plans to react to it? I love the anime reactions. Does anyone want to take that one? I know that we are wanting to. It's just kind of on
It's
a
on our
hold
long list.
right now. We
Yeah.
talked about it a little bit.
It most likely won't be while we're doing Eva.
Sure.
At least, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me go through some of these ones over here then. Hanzo says, what are your thoughts on this week's news about scientists seemingly recreating the extinct dire wolf? What do you think of the concept of de-extinction in general? Any favorite extinct animals? Mine is the Irish elk, the largest deer species to ever live, known for its incredibly majestic and massive antlers.
Irish elk would be cool.
So what do you guys think about the dire wolf recreating?
No, it was super cool. I was just thinking, yeah, we needed another mega fauna alpha predator in the dark times that we're going into. It just seems like that fits perfectly.
As long as we make sure they always grow up with people,
Sure.
right? And they never get out in the wild, like naturally growing out there to survive.
Yeah.
We're having a hard enough time keeping the wolves we have alive. We don't need bigger wolves.
Right?
No,
Kill those
apparently we
wolves.
do because the little ones are dying off.
I don't know. I think something with that also said about they were looking at trying to recreate the mammoth next as well.
The mammoth is going to be the next easiest one.
And I'm just like, maybe we should. I've seen Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do this with some stuff. Maybe we should look at things that are closer. Like I saw an article talking about like the it was like a white rhinoceros.
Yeah.
That just like died, like one of the last ones. And I'm like, maybe we should why don't we recreate those ones and try to bring their population back because of poaching is what killed them.
Yeah.
Versus maybe bringing stuff back from this stuff died from like an ice age or it died from
Sure.
something else. I don't know. how it died.
Maybe
I
bring
don't
back
know.
some of the things that have died in the past 2 centuries.
But maybe I'm
that
also
we
not
know of.
the smartest person to talk about these things because I don't study a lot of animal stuff.
Sure.
I would say I don't know exactly the history of the world, but it would probably be easier or better to bring back extinct creatures that went extinct because of us, not just because of the environment
Sure.
changing over millions of years.
Yeah.
and
What
stuff.
did people destroy?
So I mean, like North America used to have 9 species of elephant, like the mammoth. Like we just don't have that anymore. Our megafauna's gone, because we hunted it. That's one of the theories is that we hunted it to death. But that's supposed to be the easiest one, woolly mammoth, because African elephants are closer. No, Indian elephants are closer to woolly mammoths DNA-wise than they are African elephants. So that's what they're going to use
Makes
to
sense.
splice, is what I've heard.
They're a bit hairier, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
But I think there's probably a lot of things that people killed
Sure.
that we could work on those. I don't know if mammoths is one of those. I feel like it's further back.
Oh, we killed a lot of them though.
But are we the reason they're extinct?
I mean,
are
that's
people
one of
the
the
reason,
theories.
or is it because of whatever else?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
there were
probably
mammoths
partially.
around when the pyramids were being built.
And we just hunted them to get food and stuff. I don't know. I know a lot of things that
That's
got
the rumor.
elephants were hunted for their tusks and stuff, or things hunted for their
Still
fur, things like that.
Well, the theory the direwolves went extinct was because they lacked megafauna to hunt, which is the theory is we were the reasons megafauna didn't exist. So, by that logic, the direwolf is getting revived because we were the ones who were the cause of its
So we
extinction.
need to make more megafauna so that the dire wolves can exist.
Maybe we should have made these animals or brought them back from extinction in a different order. Because I feel like the dire wolves are going to get hungry long before we have a fully grown mammoth.
And what can they eat?
Yeah.
I don't.
Like, we have moose. That's kind of close, right?
A lot of cows.
There are a lot of cows, yeah.
Fewer than there was a few years ago.
I was waiting for what happened to the cow?
Yeah.
Like one of those kind of moments. Like, oh.
What happened to the goat?
I don't think we can bring back anything that's scarier than us. So I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I mean, we killed them all.
Get them once.
Did it once.
We did it
Right?
once.
So-
Yeah,
We
sure.
are the only animal on every continent on this planet. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could.
Are there-
before you knew it?
Are there
Our
any?
real problem is
packaged it?
Is when we melt all the ice caps and we have water world and then we have like whales and sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Sharks.
worried about whales and sharks. I'm worried about
People,
no fuck
alligators.
fucking Free Willy orcas.
Orcas.
Yeah.
I'm worried about orcas because
Killer
they hunt in
whales.
packs. They're highly intelligent
And cruel.
and they are very cruel. They play with their food.
I want to find dolphins because I read a thing that said that there's pufferfish and they puff up and poison like predators.
Yeah.
Right. Except for dolphins, it just makes them high, so they will go and get a pufferfish and then pass it around among other dolphins so they can all get high together.
Yeah. And they're also just as likely to rape you to death as to save you.
What?
Now, we should also remember, too, this is more like Jurassic Park in that they're not full dire wolves. They are gray wolves with dire wolf gene sequencing.
Well,
through
yeah,
CRISPR.
we're not gonna have full anything because we killed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want saber-toothed tigers back.
Is that what you would want?
Yeah. 'Cause I watched a video where they found a skull where there were 2 teeth holes in the back of the head here, and the only 2 corresponding holes in the skull would have been in the eye sockets where the 9-inch saber teeth actually went in.
Yep. I've seen that.
And I just think that would be cool.
That would be.
Well, are you saying that
To see an animal that's capable of doing that, I mean.
bit into their
imagine
eyeballs
the
and stabbed
sound,
out the back of their
though.
head?
Not out the back. Their bottom teeth went in the back of their head, and their front teeth went through their eye sockets.
Oh, okay.
So they were
it was
holding the
this.
skull like
Okay.
like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Interesting. Is there any extinct animals you guys really like, whether you hope they could come back or not?
That
That
rhino sounds cool.
I was
White
always
rhino?
really sad learning that the Tasmanian tiger went extinct.
But
'Cause it's-
Tasmanian devil, is that a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Is it
it's
still
still
alive?
alive.
It used to
Okay.
be
I just know the
giant-
cartoon.
Yeah.
There
I
used
guess.
to be giant, like van-sized tortoises in North America.
Oh man!
Giant turtles would be so
that would be
sweet.
fucking cool.
I would
Imagine
love that.
feeding a giant tortoise an entire watermelon like a hippo. That would be fucking sweet, right?
Till it mistakes your head for a watermelon.
Yeah, but they're
No.
slow. They're slow.
There
The
were also-
tortoises they're fairly slow. I would not want a bus-sized or a van-sized snapping turtle.
Yeah. The only one I kept thinking of, and I don't know if I want it, but I'm pretty sure people killed the dodo bird,
Oh yes,
right?
dead as a dodo is the
Yeah. Dead as a dodo. Like that was one where I was like, what about the dodo bird? It's not necessarily my favorite. I like turtles a lot more. I like
Sure.
turtles.
Can we get the dodo so then we can eat it? See what it tastes like?
Damn it.
Apparently, Galapagos
Yes.
tortoises are very tasty too, Rick.
All right.
So imagine,
Someone said dragons.
yeah. Yep.
What about the giant ground sloths? I don't know
Oh.
if that's awesome or scary.
No,
sounds scary.
Like, didn't they see where like they were so big they couldn't entirely rely on like foliage and stuff? Like they would sometimes resort to carnivorism,
Gotta be faster than a
eating
sloth.
like other things and meat and stuff. And
That's-
their claws are quite sharp.
Oh yeah, dude, super sharp.
Dude, we need to watch Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse.
I don't know if it's good or bad. I assume
Sounds bad.
but it is a horror movie that I'm pretty sure is about a killer sloth.
That's
Instead of Slaughterhouse is Slaughterhouse.
um.
It's on my list. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh shoot.
You can't judge a movie by its name because a lot of people passed on RoboCop because they thought that sounded like a terrible movie.
Sure, no, I get you.
It does sound like a terrible movie.
Maybe come October we can watch some Slaughterhouse. Sarah B said, which shows are crew picks, and how are those chosen? Let's see. Currently, what are crew picks right now?
One Piece,
Naruto.
Let's see. Daredevil.
I guess technically most things that aren't polls are considered crew picks, right? So, like, yeah, Daredevil is something that we picked that we're running live, but, like, me and Eric and Calvin really wanted to watch Daredevil.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, crew picks, lots of times if we're looking for something that we can, like, oh, we have a slot that we can fill and what do we want to watch? Sometimes it's a matter of just things that we really want to watch, but also sometimes it's a matter of looking at recommendations on the website, seeing what people are looking at, or just seeing, like, what's being talked about a lot in different places, too.
Yeah, sometimes it's passion, sometimes it's popularity.
And you also got to remember, I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years. Like, television has changed in these 10 years. Where it used to be where we would have, like, off season, where there was no live TV shows coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
And we could, like, plan a lot better and, you know, have, like, oh, we're going to have a lot of picks right now. But you can't really do that anymore.
Yeah, just carry a camera more.
Carry a camera more. But,
Have a lot of picks.
yeah, most of it's just the ones I like a lot, like, I think Cobra Kai was just us picking to do Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And then that ended up being one where it's like, when Cobra Kai comes back, we need to watch Cobra Kai.
Yep.
But sadly, we just don't have enough time for everything because there's just so much, like Eric said, a lot all the time now. So.
A lot of our K-drama stuff has been picks.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think going off of some, like, recommendations from, like, community of being like, what are people like moving? I think a lot of people were, like, talking about moving. Matthew Arender said, will there be a special video for the Blind Wave anniversary? There are a few things that we're looking to have. One of which there was a tease. There's been some teases on our social media, and a thumbnail has been posted for a video that's coming, which should have more information soon on it, letting you guys know when it's gonna be out. Run out of time. We also need to go through bits and donations here. But someone said, win Interstellar reaction. I don't know if we're going to do an Interstellar reaction at any point because I think all of us have seen it or seen the end.
I've seen the ending.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
Well, it's because you had no context.
I have no context.
Some people are confused by the end even if they have watched the movie.
It's just one of those things where I think, you know, I think there's some movies that, like, when you know that information, like, it might mess up some stuff. It's like watching Sixth Sense or something, you know?
Sure.
Some of those M. Night Shyamalan movies where he's like, oh, there's a twist. And then, like, once you've already seen the twist part, you're like, oh, okay. So I don't know if we'll get to that one. And then I saw one more that I thought was a good one, too. Yeah, never mind. Wasik Ben said, why don't you just watch all the shows in the world to make everyone happy?
That would make people unhappy.
No, because then they'd want it twice a week.
We should get into bits and donations because we only have a few minutes left. So I want to make sure that we cover those. And we have to go through some memes.
Memes.
They did all the anime, but they did it dubbed.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Right? Yeah.
So then we would have to do them dubbed and subbed.
I don't know why you hate on One Piece dub. I love One Piece dub so much.
I'm liking it.
I don't get hate in general.
No, I definitely get hate. I hate a lot of things.
What's going too far, Calvin?
That's fine. You're like, I don't get the hate on this thing. It's like, no, I definitely hate things, and it's justified. In the same breath, almost.
In the same breath. All right. Let's see. Don't forget, guys, we're gonna have a crowd control. Which, if I think someone asked at one point, what's crowd control? There are games we're playing throughout the entire month. Like every stream is able to be manipulated by chat. You guys can make changes. We use crowd control, which is integrated into the game and into Twitch, where you can get coins. You can use those coins to create certain things to happen. So, like Eric was playing Legend of Zelda, and then he just died, or his controls were reversed, and he would walk away instead of walking towards, or his horse got struck by lightning.
I know. I was sneak up on a horse for so long. Reverse controls, and as soon as I got there, he struck me with lightning and killed the horse.
That poor horse.
There's a horse god you can go to and revive horses.
Ooh.
That's handy.
Just in case.
All right, I'm Dutch Step. They did their sub with Prime. They continued their sub from Prime to gift to tier. I don't understand what this means, but I'm Dutch Step. Thank you so much for your sub.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The wording here doesn't make any sense. So whatever you did, thank you.
Thank you for your continued support.
Death has resubscribed now for 39 months.
Death!
Thank you, Death.
Thank you.
Tetsuo resubscribed for 70 months. Thank you so much.
70 months.
Look at your hat.
Thank
If
you
you
so
don't
much.
believe in the religion, those are some conspiracies.
Yeah.
Rick, can we have super foresight? No, Aaron. We have super foresight at home. Go beyond.
What? Did I say that?
These are all screen grabs from our ad.
Yeah, if you've never seen that ad, it's a good one. Is it still the channel trailer?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
The website getting crushed by cards.
Website did get a little broken, but we're good now.
We're good.
Yes.
We did it.
And also, damn that card, because I opened like 9 of them.
The porgs, man. The porgs.
There's so many porgs.
Got any of those winks?
Oh, Rookie.
That's my
Why?
face from the thumbnail. I don't know why people are like, let's have it lick things now.
Oh, yeah. Because you haven't been licking it enough.
That's SpongeBob.
That is SpongeBob.
Is that his back?
To side.
That
Oh,
movie.
Yep.
Oh,
yes,
There you go.
Aaron.
That dang movie that I
This-
haven't seen.
Great movie.
With the easiest name to remember. It's just a Christmas story.
Hey, that comes from the thumbnail too.
Yes, it does.
Got the dog hat.
The dog hat. What?
Oh,
What is that even from?
It looks
Wait.
like a music video or something.
it's just a stock image photo.
What have we unleashed?
Why did you need a stock image of a lady licking an iron with the cord wrapped around her neck?
Well, you know when you like lick your finger and you make the sizzling sound?
Sure.
It's just that, right?
Like,
It's not even plugged in.
yeah, but like,
It's not hot, right?
I don't know. I'm debating if it is or not.
She's got the... Well, you have the cord wrapped around your neck.
You're talking about the iron. Right? What's the next meme?
I like how they blended the hair color up the back of your head.
Another one. No more. Why am I
More.
licking things?
Yes, more.
My hint hunt, if you want it, come and find
Come
it.
and find me.
I left it all in one place.
Yeah, the first part of this hint hunt, they had to find it. And they did.
Nice.
There's Aaron L.
Why am I licking?
Ironiel.
Why am I a licking angel?
He's trying to get the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. It's just too far.
Hee hee. That was from our comic video, which I think we might have mentioned. But if you haven't seen we did Star Wars comic like reaction read-alongs. They were a lot of fun. They're over on Wave Squadron. Check them out and let us know what you think, and if you would like it in things that are more than just Star Wars, because we talk about that and we got some real cool like Power Ranger, Turtles, Transformer, like I don't know, whatever they were. Like some real cool comics and stuff. Like these would be so fun to do.
Yes. Yeah, we've gotten some great comics in the
Don't
mailbags.
believe his lies.
It's from Memento, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that one always has to pop up during every.
Yeah.
It has kept popping up, but I haven't actually watched this yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I will stay away from it and watch it next Thursday. Maybe we can do that then.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Sounds
didn't
good.
know, but yeah, I wouldn't mind watching.
I haven't seen
That.
it either.
I know Goofy Movie was hitting their 30th anniversary. I heard about that. But Eric said something about it to me the other day, and I'm like, what's that mean? Like, are they re-releasing the movie? Are they doing anything for it? But I had heard that a video came out related to it. But yeah, maybe we can check it out next week.
Microsoft hit 50 years, I think, this week.
Really?
All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it then for podcast today. We have Risk of Rain 2 tomorrow. It's a group stream with crowd control. I don't know too much about the game itself, but crowd control has made every game this month so far ridiculous. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's like tomorrow. And then Eric will be here Saturday.
Yes.
On Twitch and on Blind Wave Gaming for
starting at noon.
Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
And then next Monday, Rick's starting Resident Evil.
Yes.
Yes.
Which will be very fun.
My favorite game of all time, which I'm going to hate after this, probably.
Maybe.
So, all right, guys. I think that's it for today. We will be back tomorrow at 3 with Risk of Rain. Hope to see you guys then. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.